Did you know that nurses make up nearly half of the global health workforce? In many parts of the world, a nurse is often the first, and sometimes the only health professional a patient ever sees. And a single nurse may care for dozens of patients at once, working long hours, often under immense pressure, quietly holding together systems that millions depend on. In crowded wards and silent night shifts, when most of the world is asleep, a nurse is still awake, watching over someone's life. And yet, despite all this, many nurses remain overworked, underpaid, and unheard. These are not just statistics, they reveal a deeper truth. We rely on nurses more than we support them. They carry not just medical responsibility, but emotional weight, the fears of families, and the fragile hope of recovery. Today, as we gather to mark International Nurses Day, celebrated every year on 12th May, the birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale, we are not just honoring a profession. We are recognizing a pillar of global health care, a pillar that is strong, but under strain. The story of modern nursing begins in the 19th century, with Florence Nightingale. During the Crimean War, she walked through overcrowded, unsanitary hospitals and transformed them, not just with compassion, but with discipline and data. She reduced death rates, improved hygiene, and introduced the idea that care must be guided by evidence, not just instinct. She showed the world that nursing is not simply about kindness. It's about knowledge, precision, and leadership. From that point on, nursing evolved into a profession that combines science with humanity. And for over a century, nurses have stood where it matters most, at the bedside, in the community, and on the front lines of every crisis. They have been there in the hardest moments of humanity, when systems failed, when resources ran out, but care could not stop. This year, the International Council of Nurses has given us a theme that is both powerful and urgent. Our nurses. Our future. Empowered nurses save lives. This is not just a message, it's a reality check. Because the future of healthcare does not depend only on technology, infrastructure, or policy, it depends on people, and at the center of that system are nurses. But what does empowerment really mean? Empowerment is a word we often use but rarely define. Today, let us define it clearly. Empowerment means safe working environments, where nurses are protected physically and mentally. Fair compensation that reflects their contribution and dignity. Autonomy in practice, so they can use their full skills and training. A seat at the table, where their voices influence decisions and policies. So, here's the hard truth. A system that limits its nurses is a system that limits its own potential. An exhausted nurse just can't give their best, and an unheard nurse can't really improve the system. But an empowered nurse becomes a force multiplier, improving outcomes, preventing complications, and honestly, saving more lives. Because behind every statistic, there is a patient who needed care, and a nurse who chose not to give up. But why does this matter now? We are living in a time of extraordinary global pressure. Healthcare systems all over the world are facing increasing population and demand, shortages of trained professionals, a growing burden of chronic diseases, climate-related health emergencies, and, not to forget, a dangerous rise in misinformation. In such a world, the role of nurses becomes even more critical. Because nurses do not just treat illness, they educate patients, promote prevention, support families, and build trust within communities. They really are the human connection in healthcare. Sometimes healing begins not with medicine, but with a presence, a voice that says, "You are not alone." Nurses are consistently ranked among the most trusted professionals in the world. Think about what that means. In moments of fear, pain, and uncertainty, it is often a nurse who stands beside the patient, not just administering treatment, but offering reassurance, clarity, and strength. In that moment, they are not just professionals. They become strength for someone who has none left. This trust gives nurses a unique responsibility and a unique power to bridge the gap between, science and society, knowledge and action, healthcare systems and communities. And in an era where misinformation spreads faster than facts, this role is more important than ever. So, what must we do? If we truly believe in this theme, then our response must go beyond words. First, we must invest in nursing education and training. A strong system begins with a strong workforce. Second, we must improve working conditions, ensuring safe staffing, reasonable hours, and mental health support. Third, we must ensure fair pay and clear career growth pathways. Fourth, we must bring nurses into leadership and decision-making roles. Because no healthcare policy can succeed if it ignores the insights of those who deliver care every day. Let us pause and reflect. Every one of us, at some point in our lives, has been cared for by a nurse. In illness, in recovery, in moments of vulnerability. We remember their skill, but we also remember their presence, their calm, their reassurance, their humanity. And long after the treatment ends, it is often that humanity we remember the most. So today, let us move beyond appreciation. Let us move beyond symbolic gestures. Let us commit to real change. Let us build a future where every nurse is respected, supported, compensated, and empowered. Because when nurses are empowered, patients receive better care, communities become healthier, and health systems become stronger and more resilient. Our nurses, our future, empowered nurses save lives. Because the future of healthcare will be written not just in policies, but in the hands of those who care every single day. This is not just the theme for 2026. It is a responsibility that belongs to all of us. Thank you.